Hello and welcome to the Season 4 finale of NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from New York City, John Bradshaw Layfield.
Well, last week on NXT, I announced that JBL would be kicking off NXT, and unfortunately, he is doing that right now. He has promised two things. He has promised that he would be issuing a challenge tonight, that he is going to be giving himself the opportunity to face off against a Raw or SmackDown Superstar for their spot. That is not how this works. You do not get to make your own EYS matches, but he has challenged anyone who is brave enough to face the WrestleMania headliner, the wrestling god, JBL, to come to NXT and face him here tonight. So JBL will be competing here tonight to kick off NXT. This is not an EYS match. It's not an official sanctioned EYS match. Do not listen to this man. Now, whether or not whichever brand's general manager sees JBL in this match and decides that's up to them. But officially, this is not a sanctioned match. NXT management says this is not how it works. JBL promises us the second promise is that he will be at WrestleMania because he headlined last year's. He's not missing this year's. Oh, good God, of course. Of course he'd accept the challenge.
And approaching the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 235 pounds, R-Truth.
I would love to know where R-Truth thinks he is right now. He probably thinks he's at WrestleMania right now, to be honest. R-Truth making his entrance. Of course, this is one of the guys that's unfortunately not made the cut for WrestleMania. I mean, he could be Batista's tag partner at WrestleMania, you never know. But right now, he has not made the cut for WrestleMania. Unless he thinks he has right now, as I said. I mean, I can believe it. I can believe R-Truth thinks that's what he's now doing. Well, here we go. First match of the night. JBL up against R-Truth, and in JBL's eyes, this is an EYS match. This is his ticket out of NXT and back on to SmackDown. It doesn't work like that. I assure you it does not work like that, but R-Truth has come out here. He is willing to compete against JBL, and I tell you what, R-Truth has picked up some pretty decent wins in more recent history, so this could actually still end bad for JBL. I will tell you that now. This could end real bad for JBL. Next week takes down JBL. R-Truth in control. We got Big E versus Rey Mysterio. Two good friends, two of the top dogs here in NXT. They're facing off against each other again here tonight. Match of respect between the two to close out the season. Of course, when we come back in 2 weeks' time for the April 3rd edition of NXT, there'll be probably no familiar names on the show at all. There's going to be so many new superstars to debut here on NXT that you can expect to see a complete 180 in who you see on here now. It's going to be a very, very different feel on NXT, no doubt about it. One division I think right now I'm looking forward to seeing change is the women's division. Nikki Bella up against AJ Lee up next. I mean, we don't have that many new women coming up, but we'll have some. And it'll be interesting to see how they fit into the new NXT roster. Of course, after today's NXT, there is just SmackDown to go, and we are at WrestleMania. Finally. I am going to scream when WrestleMania is over. Not literally, but I'm just gonna be so relieved. This has been such a nagging, guilty feeling how long it's taken me to get through this season, and I really do want to go out of my way to make sure that the future seasons don't take this long. I will stand by. Back when this season started in, I think it was August of 2022. I've been constantly not giving myself credit and saying it was March or June or something like that. I think it was August when I had a look. I think 2K14 episode 1 was August 2020. I mean, it's still been really long. It's just, I don't think it's been as long as I 12th of October. Yeah, it was October 2022. I've been constantly saying it was like this. Did I take like a really long gap in between the end of 13? Because I swear like 13 finished. Sorry if I missed the end of this match. I'm just really curious. I feel like 13 finished around that time though. Maybe I took like a really big gap in between. I don't know. Let me have a look here. WrestleMania 3. WrestleMania 3 was... Oh no, 30th of September. Why did I think this was like early 2022? What was I thinking of that was like June? Oh, you know what it was? I think that's when I was talking about when the year 2012 started in my universe. Because 2012 took me an incredibly long time to finish. I think that's what my problem was, right? Well, congratulations to JBL on winning your not EYS match. 11th of July was when the 2012 started. Right, okay, that's probably what I was thinking of. That's when the year 2012 started in the universe series. Alright, okay, now I understand what it is that I was constantly thinking. Yeah, so it's been about a year and a half still, though. It has taken an extremely long time, and the next season, I hope, does not take nearly as long. Well, I guess he fulfilled one of his promises, and I guess we'll see if this guy gets to WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure security is going to be on high alert, and this guy is not making it into WrestleMania. He's not scheduled there. He's an NXT Superstar. NXT Superstars don't get a spotlight at WrestleMania. JBL, it is not happening. I forgot to mute my microphone. I'm sad, man. I was gonna make fun of the way he said divas. And you missed it. You didn't get to hear it. I only went divas. It wasn't really that great, but you still missed it. Oh. Well, looking at your Best Buy, here's Nikki Bella set to compete against AJ Lee. And of course, they have a lot of history with each other. When it comes to AJ Lee's struggles in the past, trying to be a champion, trying to succeed, these twins have always been so cruel. Well, AJ Lee obviously is not closing out the season near the NXT Women's Championship, but that's not slowed her down, not one bit, and I have a feeling that in the next season, maybe she'll be able to turn her luck around. I literally base this off of nothing. What the hell was that shot of her and Dolph? I know they were appearing on TV, don't get me wrong, I haven't forgotten. But what the hell was that shit? That looked questionable. Well, there she is. I don't really have anything else to say. AJ Lee, everybody. So here we go. Just one more NXT match to go, and then we are at SmackDown. I've managed to get from last week's SmackDown to this week's SmackDown in one sitting, which is pretty good. I do still feel like I could do SmackDown today as well. Whether or not I end up doing WrestleMania as well, I don't know. I have been doing this for 3 hours, actually. That wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. Considering I said I was going to start doing it at like 2 p.m. my time, and then like I don't think I actually started until like closer to 3. So I think it's actually been close to about 2 hours. Yeah, I could just check the time I started recording. It was 2:38, and it's currently 5:03. Obviously, I understand when you guys watch these videos, you might sometimes wonder how these take so long. It's because I need to take small breaks in between matches, you know? Kind of like how in real life they get like commercial breaks. I need those too. It's very difficult to keep this up for a long time, but I'm doing my best. I'm not saying this is like a hard job by any means. But to try and make these episodes like interesting, to try and tell stories, to try and especially build towards WrestleMania, I'm doing as best as I can, I promise.
Michael, I love diva matches. You know, I hope heaven is kind of like this. The attack of the skull continues.
Takedown there. AJ Lee with the Rana.
Strike misses the target.
Obviously, these are two women you could be seeing a lot more of in Season 5. Unfortunately, for those of you that are curious, Caitlyn, after losing to Summer Rae, has decided not to resign and will no longer be here in Season 5, which is a real shame. I thought Caitlyn was one of the best we've had. You know, this season we've lost Lita, we've lost Caitlyn, we've lost Layla. Some real unfortunate losses for the NXT Women's Division. But I'm sure we'll get some new names that'll be pretty good, right? Right?
What a reversal. Good night. Oh, this is dangerous right here.
Nikki Bella, elbow! Into the cover on AJ Lee. Is it enough? Nope, just the one.
Man, this has been a great matchup.
I don't remember the exact roster numbers, but I believe NXT will be back up to... So the moment I think it's like 9 men. I believe it will be back up to about 18, I think is the number. I can't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head, but I think it's something like that. So NXT will be a pretty stacked roster again as of next week. Well, not next week, but the next episode of NXT. As I said before, it will be all about debuts when we come back. And the Trouble in Paradise from Nikki Bella only for a 2 count.
A stiff shot with the elbow.
And now Nikki Bella calling for whatever it is that she does. Face plant, send out thing. Yeah, that. There it is. There's the Nikki Bella finisher. She goes for the cover on AJ Lee off of that one. And Nikki Bella picking up a victory over AJ Lee. AJ's misfortunes continuing here tonight to close out Season 4. I really hope Season 5 is a better time for AJ Lee. I really, really do.
Here is your winner, Nikki Bella.
Well, she looks uncomfortable and awkward as always, but she is the winner. Nikki Bella gets the victory. Oh, that's sad. As we move on, Big E Langston and Rey Mysterio. That's our main event up next. And I'll tell you what, you don't want to miss this one. These two... Please stop doing that. It's so awkward. Like, it's fine that's her taunt, but the game animation of it, I mean, is so stiff and weird. It looks like a guy in mocap, though, which is probably true. Main event time. These guys had a face-off in NXT Championship a few weeks back, and it was a great match between the two, don't get me wrong. It was real good, but unfortunately, it was short-lived. Rey took a tough loss. Here tonight, Rey Mysterio embracing the NXT brand. I've said before, it feels like a sure thing one of these two won't be here post-draft.
Making his way to the ring from San Diego, California, weighing 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Statistically, these are the two odds-on favorites to be drafted from NXT. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens if in 2 weeks' time both Rey and Big E are still on here or not. I mean, obviously, in 2 weeks' time the draft will still be going. You know, we'll have done the Raw draft, but the SmackDown draft will still be due. And then, of course, the main draft itself, the roulette, that'll all be still to come. But, well... These are two likely superstars to be picked up. Because I mean, look at them, man. These are the guys right here.
Approaching the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing 302 pounds, the NXT champion, Big E Langston.
Big E Langston, by the way, has actually made history. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I think this is the least amount of losses in a season ever. Like when the season's closed out. Because Big E, I think he has like 20 plus victories and 3 losses. 2 were to Andre the Giant, 1 was to Jake the Snake, and those are the only times he's ever lost. I mean, technically 4, because he was also eliminated from the Royal Rumble, but like, I truly believe this is actually a record. I think this is an all-time low in terms of the amount of losses someone's had in a season. The future is so goddamn bright for Big E Langston. I cannot wait to see what he does when he leaves NXT. Because listen, Andre the Giant was incredible, and I'm not trying to talk him down. This guy I could see going straight for a world title. No doubt. Of course, Big E Langston is the record-setting NXT champion. That's what he's celebrating here tonight in this match with Rey Mysterio. Last week, I believe it was, he tied Andre the Giant's record. Tonight, I believe he walks in at, I think it's 161 days as NXT champion. Could be wrong about that, but I believe that's the number. And is now the longest reigning NXT champion of all time. Seems to have destroyed his arm in the process, but yeah, he's walking in here tonight, the longest reigning NXT champion. I mean, obviously, there's only been 2. Right now, that title is super high prestige, honestly. Very rare we see an NXT championship change. A lot of successful defenses. Yeah, I'd say the NXT title's starting off real good. And when they say NXT, that means it's the future. So that could hopefully be the future of the other championships as well. Obviously, at this point in time, I feel like we're going to need to see who comes in the new season to find out who could potentially be the one to end the reign of Big E Langston. I mentioned this before. If Big E gets drafted, he can be drafted. He can go to Raw or SmackDown, but for as long as he's holding the NXT Championship, he will have to appear here and defend the championship as well. So, double duty whilst he's holding that title could end up being his downfall if he does get drafted. Obviously, he can also choose to relinquish the championship. Oh my god, that was crazy. Rey coming in hot tonight. Really feels like he's got something to prove right now. Takes down Rey Mysterio. Big E Langston stomped to the midsection. Booted off by Rey Mysterio, and obviously Rey's speed right now coming into good use against Big E Langston. The thing about Langston, the thing that I think sets him apart from Andre the Giant, again, I'm not trying to smack talk the former champion, it's just my example right now. The thing that really sets him apart from the former champ is Big E Langston, whilst Andre the Giant was an unrelenting and incredible amount of force and power, Big E Langston has that as well, but also speed. He is not slow by any means. Right now, he is definitely feeling slow because Rey Mysterio is absolutely laying into him. What the hell is happening? Rey going into the cover on Big E. Only a 2. Yeah, you said it, man. Snapmare and an elbow across the back of the head of Big E Langston. Rey Mysterio is on fire. And Langston scooping Rey up, saying, I've had enough of this. Big ending. Middle of the ring. I don't think he's done nearly enough damage to Rey, though. Maybe he has. I don't know. No, okay. Rey Mysterio kicking out. Understandably so. Pulls him back. Headbutt. Brutal headbutt there by Big E Langston. Slams the head of Rey against the mat. And now Rey keeping up. Big E said no way. Oh my god, this is so fast paced right now. Rey has been on fire. I feel like Rey's really got something to prove here tonight. You know, last time these two faced off, he lost. Rey lost to DiBiase. Big E sent DiBiase packing. I understand Rey Mysterio's motivation right now. He's really embraced his time here at NXT, and I feel like it's made Rey a better superstar in his time down here, truth be told. You consider the run Rey Mysterio was on over on SmackDown, and you look at him now. No. I hate this game, 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 I hate this game. Fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you. Well, Rey gets a very rare, surprising victory over Big E Langston. And of course, Langston showing nothing but respect to Rey Mysterio. Huge. Absolutely huge. Rey beats Big E Thank you all for watching the season finale of NXT. What a shitter way to finish the match. And I can't wait to see what ass quality we get on SmackDown. See you then.